जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय
गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
तेरे छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक तेरे
छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक।
तेरे छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक तेरे
छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक।
जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय
गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक
जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश।
जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश।
तू चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला है मूषक वाहन तेरो तू ही जग का रखवारी सुमूरत मन में तेरे
सुंदर मूरत मन में।
तो पालक सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय
गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश।
मन मंदिर का अंधियारा तेरे नाम से हो जियारा तेरे नाम की ज्योति जगी तो मन में बहते सुख धारा तेरो सुमिरन हर पूजन में तेरो
सुमिरन हो पूजन में।
सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति वंदन
गणनायक।
जय
गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
तेरे छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक
तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक।
जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक
जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश। बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. So for a few moments we'll join Kirtan Bhajan, after which we'll engage in Ramayana discourse.
Hare Ram घनश्याम
गोकुल माधव श्री घनश्याम
मुकुंद माधव श्री घनश्याम
गोकुल माधव श्री घनश्याम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
गोविंद गोपाल राधा के श्याम
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 गिरिवर गोपाल मीरा के नाम
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 हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम
कृष्ण हरे राम
मुकुंद माधव श्री घनश्याम
गोकुल माधव श्री घनश्याम
मुकुंद माधव श्री घनश्याम
गोकुल माधव श्री घनश्याम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
गोविंद गोपाल राधा के श्याम
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 गिरिवर गोपाल मीरा के नाम
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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम
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 हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला जो 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 गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Let us stand, devotees. I ask once more that those who are here present physically, those who are joining us online, let us all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. We bring our minds to a point of focus upon our Divine Lord, Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Shri Ram, this morning as we chant these few shlokas of praise, inviting His grace and blessings into our lives. Hare Om Ramaya Ram Bhadraya Ramchandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Nilam Bhuj Shamal Komalangan Sita Samaropit Vamabhagam Pana Mahasayak Charu Chapam नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। हे राम पुरुषोत्तम नरहरि नारायण केशवा, गोविंदा गरुड़ध्वज गुणनिधि दामोदर माधवा। हे कृष्णा कमलापते यदुपते सीतापते श्रीपते, वैकुंठ आदिपते चराचरपते लक्ष्मीपते पाहि माम्। आदाराम तपोवनादिगमनं हत्वा मृगं काञ्चनं, वैदेहि हरणं जटायुमरणं सुग्रीव सम्भाषणं, बाली निग्रहणं समुद्रतरणं लंकापुरी दाहनं, पश्चात् रावण कुंभकर्ण हननम् एताधि रामायणम्. We chant a few lines of Mangal Charan. जेहि के सुमिरन ध्यान ते, बनत सकल शुभ काज। सो गणेश वाणी सहित ज्ञान दीजिए आज। सेहि सदन आनंद करना, मंगल मोर निधान। लक्ष्मण और सीता सहित रामचंद्र भगवान। भरत शत्रु सदन सहित द्रवहु सुकृपागार। चरण कमल अति प्रेम सो, बंदो बारंबार। बंदव पर धरि धरनि शिरा, महावीर हनुमान। बल बुद्धि विद्या दीजिए, निज जन मन अनुमान। रामायण के तिलक में होहु सहायक आए। चूक परै जो अर्थ में, दीजय आप बताय सिया पति राम चंद्र जी की जय शरणम। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। So devotees, this morning we'll continue our katha from that point which we left off last week. So in devotion, we should remember 3 words in particular. Whenever we engage in devotion, whenever we go to mandir, or whether we go to puja, we go to satsang, or even when we sit in our own little altar areas, 3 words we should remember. One is called smaran, one is called shravan, and one is called manan. Smaran means to chant the name of Bhagwan. This is one form of devotion. So part of our devotion should be chanting the name of Bhagwan. So when we come to the mandir, there are many opportunities for us to chant and use our voices to praise the Lord. This is called smaran. Shravan means to listen to the glories of God. Listen to the glories of God. So again, when we come to the mandir, we go to puja, etc., there are many opportunities to listen to the glories of Bhagwan. And manan. Manan means that we must contemplate and think of Bhagwan. So again, We must use our minds in this way. So what we are told, use our mouths to chant, use our ears to listen, and use our mind to contemplate, to think. If we engage in these three activities, whenever we attend the puja or mandir, satsang, etc., we are working our way towards eventually implementing all of these three in everyday life. Ultimately, that is what we want to do. That when we start speaking, it is something that is relating to God, and if it's not directly relating to God, at least it's something that's good. That's something that is bringing us down as an individual. It's something we should understand, right? The conversations and the words that come out of our mouths can either uplift us or bring us down as individuals. Our own selves, can either uplift us or bring us down. So I always caution, of course, myself, those who are close to me, and those who listen. Please be careful what comes from here. It's very important. It's very important. You know, I always say this and remind myself that when a bomb is dropped, where does the most damage happen? In the position where it is, right? Where it's dropped. So if explosive words are coming from our mouths, then where is the most damage happening? Where's the most damage happening? Ground zero, right? That's why it's called Yato. Ground zero, right? So that's right here in the individual where it's coming from. Most of the damage is happening there. So we have to be careful. Shravan, listen. Listen, Lord Ganesh teaches us, you know, he has large ears and he's constantly fanning the ears, constantly moving the ears, you know, the elephant, constantly moving the ears, which is representative of understanding, filtering information that comes to us. Filtering the information that comes to us. You know, many times, you know, you will hear frivolous, superficial type of conversations happening. Now it's our choice to decide, I want to open my ears and hear that, I want to close my ears and ignore it. That's our choice, what we listen to. Again, what we allow to enter in our systems will ultimately determine our fate, our destiny. And what we choose to think about, devotees, manan, what we choose to think about. Again, this is a choice. It's a choice. You know, if something comes to our minds and we say, you know, I do not want to think about this, we have that power also. We have that power to choose our thoughts. So do not discount yourself. Do not discredit yourself as to your own abilities and powers. Because you have that power inside of you to choose to do that which is good. So this morning, devotees, as we engage in the Ramayana Katha, let us try to use these three qualities. We sing when we can, we listen when we can, we contemplate when we are not doing either of them. So this morning, Kagbhusundaji had given this wonderful discourse to remove the ignorance and the troubles that Garudaji was having, the doubts, the questions. And Garudaji was in a very, very uplifted mood. He was very, very happy at that time as he's remembering Prabhu Sri Ram. And what happened, let us hear in Chaupai. Chil moha पचिताना ब्रह्मनादि मनुज करिमाना बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
पुनि पुनिकागचरण शिरनावा श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
जाने राम सम प्रेम बरावा बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
रघुपति राघव राम राम रघुपति राघव
राजा राम
रघुपति राघव राजा What happened, devotees? In this mood of feeling uplifted, devotees, Pachil moha samujhi pachitana, devotees, we're just talking about power to choose what we think. So in this mood of being uplifted and feeling very happy, suddenly the thought came back to Garudaji of the illusion, the delusion that he was under. And he started to feel pachitana. He started to feel remorse, regret. Do you understand, devotees, how the mind takes us? All this type of journeys we take with the mind, right? The mind does take us on a lot of journeys, right? Where Air Canada can't take us and Caribbean can't take us, the mind will take us. Mind will take us anywhere, devotees, all types of journeys the mind will take us on. Now, we have to decide which ones we want to invest in. Which of those journeys we want to invest in. You know, if we could only get air miles for all the journeys our mind will take us on, you know, devotees, the mind will, you know, one moment very, very happy, next moment, different emotion. Next moment, different emotion. Next moment, different emotion. We can't sit one place. Can't sit easy. Mind is all over. Mind is all over. And here's an example. Kalbusundaji just saying beautiful katha, beautiful words to Garudaji, and then what happens? In an instant the mind changes. Now he's full with remorse, with regret. His mind is feeling downtrodden. He's feeling that remorse in his mind. That Brahmanadi Manuj Karimana. He was filled with regret that he had taken that Supreme Brahma, that eternal Lord, for a mere mortal, a mere human. We may have done things in our lives, devotees, that later we came to regret, isn't it? None of us are perfect. We did things and later we regretted it, isn't it? From the smallest child, they do something wrong. When they regret it? When they get catch. Right? So if a child doing something wrong and it didn't get catch, won't regret it right away. Later on maybe. Later on maybe. But if they happen to get caught by the parent or an elder and they're facing some punishment, now regret comes. So this is what the Ramayana tells us also, you know. If we are doing wrong things in life, we don't get caught. The regret doesn't come right away. The remorse doesn't come right away. What the Ramayana tells us in Sri Ram Gita Katha says, Sadhana dham mokshakara dwara payina jehi paraloka savara, that if we do not use the body for what it's meant to be used for, so paratra dukkha pavaye sir dhuni dhuni pachitai. So then we go in the lower lokas, the lower realms, the lower places that where we can go after this world. And that is a place of a lot of suffering. A lot of punishment is meted out there. And then sir dhuni dhuni pachitai, then we'll beat our heads in vain remorse. That I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done the other. But the reality is, devotees, the reality is, in life, we all know when we are doing something wrong. We all know. The problem becomes when we know we're doing something wrong, we continue to do it. We continue to do it. That's when we are setting up ourselves, devotees, for remorse, for regret. Simple, devotees, we draw a simple analogy. If I leave home and I'm coming to the mandir, I know I have to go on 401 westbound. If I go on 401 eastbound, where I will reach? Reach Kingston, may reach Temple yet. You understand, devotees? I know I'm doing something wrong, yet still I'm continuing to do it. So I'm going in the wrong direction fast. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. So he was filled with remorse at this time that he mistakenly, attributed the Lord to be a mere mortal. Again and again, devotees, puni puni kaga charan shirunava. Again and again, he bowed his head before the feet of Kagvasundaji. Jani Ram sam prema bharava. And he felt for him a great love, a great affection in his heart, as if he was a second Shri Ram. Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagwan ke Jai. Devotees, sometimes we will meet individuals in our life that will develop a great affinity, a great affection for these individuals. One of these individuals that you will meet in your life at some point in time will be your guru. Your guru, the one who gives you spiritual guidance. And when you meet this person, you will feel this. You will feel this for that person. You'll feel that the words of this person is there to uplift me at all times, to help me at all times. Sometimes the words may not be palatable, right? It may not be, something we want to hear. But ultimately, devotees, not all the medicine tastes nice. Not all the medicines will taste nice. Sometimes, Buckley's tastes a little bad, but they say it works. It works. You understand? So, in Trinidad, we have a local one we call Zaba Peak. I don't know if anybody here, you have? Rajesh said he have. If anybody here ever tastes, Tony ever taste that? Zaba Peak? Okay, so that's something that, you have to taste in your lifetime to understand what it tastes like. It make Buckley's look small. Buckley's is nothing compared to Zaba Peak. But, devotees, it works. It works. Sometimes the solutions and the cures that we need is not always something that we like. So here it is that Garudaji is looking at Kagvasundaji with a great amount of affection, a great amount of love in this way, as he has provided the spiritual guidance, the spiritual upliftment to him. And what happened? Let us hear in Chopai. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Bolo Shri Ram Jaya Ram
जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
गुर बिन भाव निधि तरय न कोई जा बिरंशी शंकर सम होई बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
संशय सर्पग्रसेयो मोहिताता श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम
दुख दल हरि को तर्क बहुब्राता बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम रघुपति राघव
राजा राम
रघुपति राघव
राजा राम
Garudaji is making a very beautiful statement here. He says, Gora bin bhav nidhi tarayan koi. So we understand some of the words here. Guru. Guru bin bhav nidhi tarayan koi. He says that no one can cross this bhav sagar, this ocean of mundane existence, without a guru. Boliye Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. No one can cross. Garudaji say, no one can cross this ocean of mundane existence without a spiritual guide. Without a spiritual guide. This is very important for us devotees. Very important for us that we find that spiritual master, we find that spiritual guide and follow the teachings, follow the guidance. You know, many times people come and say, Baba, I want to get Christian. It's very good. It's very good. Very good you want to get Christian, but when you get Christian, what happens after? What happens after? Do we forget Guru is there? Do we forget Guruji is there? And we do not keep that contact? How then will we benefit from that relation? मेरे मन के दो विधा तारे रे. How can the doubts be removed, devotees? How can the doubts be removed from our minds? मेरे मन के दो विधा तारे रे गुरु शरण कमल बलिहारी. Without going to the feet of the Guru devotees, the mind will never be relieved of the doubts and the questions. We all think those who have a Guru. Let us think of our Guru for a few moments as we offer humble praises at his feet. Balihari re, Balihari re, Balihari re, Balihari re, Guru Sharana Kamal Balihari re, Guru
चरण कमल बलिहारी रे.
मेरे मन के दुविधा तारे रे मेरे मन के
दुविधा तारी रे गुरु
चरण कमल बलिहारी रे गुरु
चरण कमल बलिहारी रे
भव सागर में नीर अपारा डूब रहा नहीं मिले किनारा भव सागर में नीर अपारा डूब रहा नहीं मिले किनारा. We are in this ocean of mundane existence, devotees, and we are floundering around. We are missing that shore of peace in our life, devotees, and we can't seem to find that shore of peace. We can't seem to reach that shore of peace, devotees. Palme liyao bari re, devotees, the Guru is there to support us. The Guru is there to uplift us in this ocean of mundane existence. पल में लिया उबारे रे गुरु शरण कमल बलिहारी रे बलिहारी रे बलिहारी रे गुरु
चरण कमल बलिहारी रे
काम क्रोध मद लोभ तेरे जन्म जन्म के बैरे मेरे काम क्रोध मद लोभ तेरे जन्म जन्म के सबको देना मारे रे गुरु शरण कमल बलिहारी रे बलिहारी रे
बलिहारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे
मेरे मन के दुविधा तारे रे गुरु शरण कमल बलिहारी रे बलिहारी रे
बलिहारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे
गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे गुरु शरण कमल बलिहारी रे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. बोलिए श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. Garudaji is impressing upon us, devotees, importance of having a spiritual guide in life, and as I mentioned, not just christening for the sake of getting christened. Many people go through the motions. Say, Baba, how to christen the child? Have to christen my son, my daughter. And I always make the time to speak to these children or individuals before they get christened. You can ask any one of my godchildren. Ask any one of them if they had the conversation with me before becoming Christian. To impress upon them the importance of having a guru, the importance of following through on their commitment to having a spiritual guide, and Guru's commitment to them as well. So Garudaji is telling that no one can cross this ocean of mundane existence without a spiritual guide, because we will become lost. We will become lost in this ocean, devotees. He says, Jao biranchi shankar samahoi. Even he can be the equal of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, still cannot cross. Still cannot cross this ocean of mundane existence without a guru. He says, Sansai sarpa graseu mohitata. He says, O Father, he's referring to him as a father now. He said, Father, I was bitten by the serpent of doubt. Serpent of doubt. It's a poison, devotees. When we entertain doubts about God, it's like a poison in our system. He says, and as a result of this, dukhadalahari kutarka bahu brata. He says, I had several painful episodes of worldly delusion. Boli Shraj Ramchandra Bhagavan ke Jai. Devotees, when these doubts start to creep into our minds, about, does God exist? Is God there? We realize that there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of effort to be made in order to straighten our minds out. So it means, devotees, we have to start. We cannot climb over the whole mountain in one day, but we have to start. To start, we must start. No matter how daunting that task might feel, it might look to us, but we must start little bit by, every day we do a little bit. Every day we sit down, chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, and then the mind will say, no more, no more. Mind will tell us this. Then we say, okay, that's enough for today. We'll do a little bit tomorrow again. So if we start 1 minute one day, and that's all the mind can take, okay, no problem. Next day we do a little bit again. Then the mind will say, okay, 1.5 minutes. And slowly we will be allowed to increase. But if we never start, how will we get anywhere? How will we achieve anything, devotees? When we are bitten by that serpent of doubt, questions in our minds, devotees, we recognize there's a lot of spiritual practice that we have to engage in order to overcome what we are seeing. And devotees, what happened? Let us hear in this Chaupai. तब स्वरूप गरुरे रघुनायक मोहि जियाए जन सुखदायक श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
तब प्रसाद मम मोहन शाना राम रहस्य अनुपम जाना। बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
तब स्वरूप गरुरी रघुनायक मोह जियायु जन सुखदायक. He said, even though I was bitten by these serpents of doubt, by these questions that arose in my mind, that Supreme Lord, Prabhu Shri Ram, Raghunayak, Raghunath, that one who brings happiness to all his devotees, he has helped me. He has allowed me to become revived in this world by sending me to you, O Kagbusundiji. So you think we meet by luck and chance? You think we meet people in this world by luck and chance, devotees? No. There was some sort of karmic bond that occurred before that allowed us to be in contact in this life. And this life now we are creating more karmic bonds that will allow us again to meet. Perhaps if we take body again, if we incarnate again, we're creating more karmic bonds. So, Garudaji was led to Kagbusundji to relieve his doubts. Yes, Savitri will meet Dean again. Yes. You know, as husband and wife, we say, 7 lives you will, you walk around the fire and whatnot 7 times, take 7 steps together, you live together for 7 lives, perpetually devotees. Perpetually. Because life after life you create these karmic bonds, you have to meet again to fulfill those karmic bonds. Those karmas. Has to be. Has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense. How do you think? I was telling 2 young people the other day. During this past week, I had 2 consultations for weddings. So I was telling them, I say, how do you think when you meet your significant other or your better half or however you call them, how did you know that this is the person for you? How did you know? There was some sort of connection from the past that awoken in you at that point. Now, sometimes we make the wrong choice. Sometimes we make the wrong choice. But that is due to ignorance. That is due to letting other things dictate our choices, other than the karmic bonds, other than the karmas that led us to that point. But here it is, devotees. Garudaji was led to Kagbusundji to relieve his doubts. He says, Tab prasad mama mohan shana. Says, by the prasad that you have offered to me, by this wonderful discourse that you have given to me. So we'd feel, when you come Mandir, you don't get a pasla prasad. You don't get a pasla prasad, that all is lost. No, the real prasad is given from scriptures. This is the real prasad. This is a real offering. This is a real sacrament. Yes, we want something to carry home, what offered by Murti and so on. Yes, but all is not lost if we don't get a bag of that. That is not the aim of coming to the mandir. The aim of coming to the mandir is to listen to the prasad from the scriptures. He says, by your grace, my delusion has ceased. My delusion has ceased. And Ram Rahasya Anupam Jana, that I've learnt about the matchless glory, the matchless majesty of my Supreme Lord, Prabhu Shri Ram. Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Devotees, for a few moments, let us all revel in the majesty. Let us all think of the majesty of Maryada Purushottam, Prabhu Shri Ram, as we chant his beautiful name. Ram Ram Bhajuman Hare Hare.
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 Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Devotees, how many times in our day we take the time to remember God like this? Take the time, when we engage in this type of reflection, these type of thoughts, the more natural it becomes to us. You might stop, during your day and all of a sudden, Kirtan comes to mind. What we just sang. Ram Ram Bhajuman. We start humming it. We start singing it. People might think we're mad. That's okay. We're madly in love with Bhagavan. We're madly in love with Bhagavan. Who can fault us for this? Who can fault us for this, devotees? But first we must germinate that seed of devotion in our hearts. When we try to germinate a seed, when that plant, before that seed germinates, we have to be very careful with it, isn't it? You have to be very careful. When the tree is stable and so on, you could take a little chance, but that time we wouldn't take a chance because already sprouted, already matured in our hearts. There's no chance of us reversing at that point. But when we try to germinate that seed and, the seed becomes a little sapling, you have to be very careful with it. You have to be very careful with it. What we expose that little sapling to, what type of energy? Ram, 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 Shri Ram, Ram, Ram. This is the energy that we should expose our minds to devotees. Prema mudita man se kaho. With great love in our minds and our hearts, we should be chanting the name of Bhagwan. Prema mudita man se kaho. Ram Ram Ram. Everyone. Shri Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram.
Prema mudit man se kaho. Ram Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Ram.
Prema mudit man se kaho. Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Ram.
Param Shanti Sukh Nidhana Divya Ram Naam. The divine name of Prabhu Shri Ram gives us a supreme peacefulness in our lives. A wealth of happiness arises in our hearts when we chant that name of the Lord. Param Shanti Sukh Nidhan Divya Ram Naam.
परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम.
परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम.
परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम.
निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम.
निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
महादेव सदा जपत दिव्य राम नाम.
महादेव सदा जपत दिव्य राम नाम.
काशी मरत मुक्ति करत कहत राम नाम. काशी मरत मुक्ति करत
कहत राम नाम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम राम
Let's all chant it, please.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम. राम 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 राम
श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
राम 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 श्री राम राम राम.
श्री राम राम राम
श्री राम राम राम.
श्री सूरज रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Devotees, Garudaji is feeling this great amount of love towards Kakbhusundaji and is thanking him for giving him this wonderful discourse of the prasada of the knowledge that he had received. And devotees, what happened? Let us hear in our last doha for this morning. से विभेद विधे रामा शेषनाय कर जोरे. भक्षण विनीत सुप्रेम मृदु रामा बोले गरुड़ बहोरी. सियापति रामचंद्र जी की
जय शरण.
उमापति महादेव की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. उड़ीसा जगन्नाथ की जय. बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय. सियापति रामचंद्र की जय शरण. Devotees, Garudaji could not find the words to praise Kakbhusundaji. He could not find the words in his heart to say what he wanted to say. So he was saying over and over so many different things, but not feeling satisfied that he has glorified him enough, that he has praised him enough for what he had received. In every possible way, he glorified Kakbhusundaji devotees. Shishanai Karajuri, and bowing his head again and again and putting his hands together like this in front of Kakbhusundaji, showing that ultimate form of humility, that ultimate form of reverence. It's what we do when we go in front of Bhagavan. We put our hands like this, we bow heads. We bow heads, surrendering our ego. Each time, remember that, right? Each time you bow your head, you have to surrender a little bit of ego to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, please take it. Take it. All this ego is doing cause me problem. Ego ever do anything good for anybody yet? No. Ego causes us problem, devotees. Causes us problem, you know. Many times when we hear this word ego, this line of bhajan comes to mind. At least it comes to my mind. Bhajan says, Pag pag mujhe girata ya. What it means? This we should remember these lines. Pag pag mujhe girata ya. That each step that I take in life, I stumble. How easy it is to stumble, devotees. Without even expecting it, sometimes we stumble and we fall, we hurt ourselves. Pag pag mujhe girata ya. What causes us to stumble in life? Ye mera abhiman. Our abhiman, our pride, our ego. Jivan pad par bhat kar aayu. That in life, we are there searching and searching for something, devotees. Sometimes we don't even know what we're searching for, but we're searching for it. So we ask Bhagavan, Raha dikha Bhagavan. Bhagavan, show me the way. But in order for Bhagwan to show us the way devotees, we have to turn off we GPS. You know? We have to turn off the Garmin or whatever we have. We have to turn off our GPS and turn on Bhagwan GPS. Let him be the guide. Pag pag mujhe girata Bol Shri Raja Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, how much time GPS lead us the wrong way? We ever stop to think about that? Sometimes GPS carry us around in a circle. And if we know better, well, you know, we're in problem. If we don't know better, we're in problem. So, you know, we have to use that resource of Bhagwan. He is there, and devotees bowing his head before Kakbusundaji. Bachan beneath the supreme Mridu, he addressed him in very beautiful words, in a very beautiful way. He spoke to him, Bole Garuda Bahuri, full of affection and simplicity, modesty, humility. He started to speak to Kakbusundaji, and we will engage in that discussion next week Sunday, 11:45 now. So we'll engage in that discussion next week Sunday, Family Day weekend, right? So all of us, we are all family, so please come out and join. Boli Shri Raja Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So we'll engage now in final arti. So those who would like to perform arti, there'll be extra thalis prepared. Please feel free to come forward after our principal devotee has completed his arti. Sajang chavarti sanyuktam Vahnina yojitam maya Deepam grihan deveshu Trailokyam timirataham Arati Shri Ramayan ji ki Kirati kalita lalita siyapeke Arati Shri Ramayan ji ki
Kirati kalita lalita siyapeke
Arati Shri Ramayan ji ki
Arati Shri Ramayan ji ki
Kirati kalita lalita siyapeke Arati Shri
Ramayan ji ki Kirati kalita lalita siyapeke
Gavat Brahmadik Muni Narad Valmiki Vigyan Visharad Shuk San Kadi Shesh Aur Sharad
Sanakadi Shesh aur Sharad
Barni Pavan Sut Kirat Leke Arati Shri Ramayan ji ki
Kirati kalita lalita siyapeke
गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश गावत
वेद पुराण अष्टदश
चाहु शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को रस मुनि जन धन संतन को सर्वस सार अंश सममत सब के आरती श्री रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सियपे आरती श्री
रामायण जी की किरति कलित ललित
संतत शंभु भवान अरुघत संभव मुनि विज्ञानी व्यास आदि कवि बर्ज बखानी व्यास आदि
कवि बर्ज बखानी
काग भुसुंडी गरुड़ के आरती श्री रामायण जी के
कीरति कले तलनित सिय पीके
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कले तलनित सिय पीके
कलिमल हरनि विषय रस पीके
कलिमल हरनि विषय रस पीके
सुभग श्रृंगार मोक्ति जुवती के दलन रोग भव के तात मात सब विधि तुलसी के आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके आरती श्री रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके आरती श्री रामायण
जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके. So as the arti is being completed, we'll join very beautiful bhajan praising Prabhu Shri Ram. काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम काहे सुतल बाहो
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
भोर भये सब पंछी जागे जागे धरती माता ओ जागे धरती माता राम भजन बिन सोना जीवन काहे जन्म गवाता
काहे जन्म गवाता
मिट जय हे दुकरे सारे पहरे बहुत राम काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
जो जागे सो ही सुख पावे सोए दुखिया होए राम नाम से हो उजियारा जो सुमिरन में खोए
जो सुमिरन में कोई
तेरी शरण हो मेरे मनवा पाएगा सुख राम काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
आहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
आहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
काहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
आहे सुतल बाहो मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम
मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम राम सीताराम रामचंद्र पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मां राम कृष्ण
गोविंदा हरे पाहि मां
राम राम सीताराम रामचंद्र पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मां राम कृष्ण गोविंदा हरे पाहि मां बोलिए श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. At this time, we have flowers in your hand. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads as we engage in our final pratana to end this morning's devotion. We humbly pray and ask grace and blessings of the Divine Lord to be upon our principal devotee, his entire family, all those who joined us in person this morning as well as online. We humbly ask choicest grace and blessings of Bhagwan to be upon each and every one. As we bow our heads in this final pratana, we humbly ask that the Lord's presence be felt in our lives, in our hearts, each and every moment. When we tend maybe to go astray a little bit in life, that Lord's steadying hand is there to pull us back, to keep us on track, to keep us on the right path towards our final destination, to reach His lotus feet. We all pray together. Hare Om. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janadanam yat pujitam maya devam paripurnam tadastu me. Avahanam न जानामि विसर्जनम् पूजं चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरम् त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गंगामय। हे सर्वशक्तिमान सचिदानंद निराकार निर्विकार सर्वधार सर्वेश्वर सर्वव्यापक अंतर्यामी अजर अमर नित्य पवित्र सृष्टिकर्ता को बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा, भविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश कर कि जिससे सबका मंगल हो। ओम शांति 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 हरे ओम। कोई समझे कोई समझे कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं। राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे कोई समझे कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित
कृपा करते हैं।
राम नित
कृपा करते हैं।
कभी कोमल हाथ प्रभु का कभी बोझल हाथ प्रभु का। कभी कोमल हाथ प्रभु का कभी बोझल हाथ प्रभु का। सब बातें करे कल्याण पग पग रक्षा करते हैं। राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे कोई समझे कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं। राम नित कृपा करते हैं। राम नित कृपा करते हैं। बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। उड़ीसा जगन्नाथ की जय। बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। आसन लीजिए। प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स डिवोटीज। Somebody brought a paper here and I can't find it. So I will assume what is on that paper would be to announce Saraswati Jayanti. Basant Panchami is on Tuesday coming. So we will be trying to start puja here at 7, slightly before 7. So we encourage, all those who are interested in making offerings to Saraswati Mata on that day to please come, prepared with your little fruits, flowers and so on, and whatever prasad you would like to prepare for Saraswati Mata. You can come along and engage in that devotion together with us. Do not forget also Mahashivratri falls on March the 8th. So again, we will be observing here at the mandir. Details, timing and whatnot will be given to you as it comes available. And our Navratri Yagya is completely booked for devotees hosting the different sessions, which is very nice to see. and that begins on April 9th and concludes on April the 16th. So one thing to note, and it has been out in the media, so those who may not be aware, that on April the 8th there is going to be a major solar eclipse happening, and it will be very visible in this part of the world. So that is something that everyone needs to be aware of and understand that it's a time of prayer, and please do not try to look at the sun at that point in time, right? So very important to understand this. Our Ganeshji Puja for this month will be on the 25th, which is 2 Sundays from now. It's also coincide with our next food box sale, which will also be on that Sunday. So we're asking devotees to place, those who would like to place orders, please place your order by next week Sunday at the latest, so we would know how many people we are preparing for. So once more, God's blessings to all. Program dates are available as well, so please take a look and see which date you will want to observe here at the Mandir, and also membership forms are available, so those who would like to renew their membership forms, please do so. So once more, God's blessings to each and every one. So for our online congregation, until next week Sunday, Jai Jai, Sitaram.